here, welcome you to the 1979 Buddy Bowl between B.J. Clark's team and Fisher's team. The first play of the day, B.J. Clark takes the ball up the middle for about 5 yards. He fumbles the snap here, but he goes up for about another 5 yards. Oh, he's hit hard. Third down now, they need a lot of yardage. There he goes, up the middle again. Brought down hard by Stress. Fourth down now, and they got to kick it. Loose and Levitt there, ready to anchor the defensive line. There he is, Jeff Stress. First play of the day, Fisher back to pass. He looks to see his walls open for about, hit hard by Guy Barrow and Bradley out of bounds. Second down now, ball given to Stress, fumbles it. He's hit by Levitt. Soon the rest of the team catches up with him. It's a pile-up. Stress is smothered. Okay, Fisher back to pass again. He looks long. He sees Heron. What a catch. Good for about 30 yards. It's going to be a run around in. Gets past Randy, but can't get any farther, about 3 yards. Bradley's team has the ball. BJ back to pass. He sees Ricochet open. There's no one there. He's open. No one's going to catch him. It's a touchdown for BJ's team. Extra point attempt. Guy Barrow smashes up the middle for the point. 7-0. Bradley's team kicks off now to Jim Heron. Goes up the middle, but goes out of bounds. Fisher back to pass. He's going to run it. Gets past Randy again, but Levitt catches him from behind. Okay, blocked by Levitt, the pass. Behind now, 7-0. They've got to get that tying touchdown. It throws long, and it's caught on the tip. Good for another 35 yards. Kevin Walsh back to pass, incomplete. Walsh back to pass again. Complete. For about 5 yards to the other Walsh. B.J. Clark now, back pass. Throws it to Mick. He goes around in. No one's going to catch him. He's gone. Another touchdown for Bradley's team. The score now is 13-0. Stress doesn't like it. Number 45 there. Extra point attempt, tries to repeat it, gives it to Guy Barrow, but he goes nowhere. The team has smelled it out, and the score stays 13-0 in favor of Bradley's team. Kickoff high and long to Fisher. Fisher didn't like the kick, so they're going to do it again. Now here's the better one. Fisher catches this one, but he won't go as far as the first one because Levitt's there to get him. Okay, run around in for Fisher. He likes that water. Gets about 5 yards before he is hit. He fumbles it, but he recovered his own fumble. Fisher back to pass again. He gives it off to Heron. Heron's looking for somebody. He tries to lateral it. And he throws it right to Levitt for about 5 yards on the interception. Cornet back to pass. Throws it to Bradley. Incomplete. Cornet look for Bradley again, and then it will be complete for about 8 yards. Looking for the man who scored the second touchdown, it's Mick again for about 16 yards. Look at this tackle coming up. tackle by Griswold there. Tornay throws long, but he throws it to the wrong guy, Bruce Fisher. After showing everyone that he's made the interception, he decides to run. But gets too deep, and his short legs don't carry him very far in the water. Kevin Walsh, back to pass again. Tries to throw it over Randy, but can't see anything, so the pass ball is incomplete. Back again to pass, throws long, but again it falls harmlessly incomplete. Back to Jim Heron now. Cuts in the middle for about 5 yards. Quarterback now, it's Fisher again. Gets away from Randy and throws it long. Pass blocked. Incomplete. Okay, Tornay back to pass now. Throws it to Barrow, laterals it, and brought down by Nick Bodius. Tornay back to pass again, throws it incomplete to Bradley. B.J. Clark takes the draw play up the middle. He's hit hard after about 12 yards and fumbles it. The ball is recovered. It's like Fisher's team will get the ball again. Kevin Walsh takes it around in the water. Look at this run. Hit by about 4 or 5 guys. He gets him again right there. Look at that balance. Look at him go. Brought down hard after about 20 yards. Ball goes back to Nick Bodius for about 9-yard gain. It takes 3 guys to pull him down in the water. Jim Heron now getting the ball will go for about 2 yards. Good tackle there. Kevin Walsh looks, fakes out Lovett, and goes down the sideline for about 15 yards. Now Striss gets the ball. Up the middle, tackled by practically the whole team. Bruce Fisher gets the ball. Goes to the water again for about 5 yards before neck-tied by B.J. Clark. Safety, Tyler Gabriel tackles him in the end zone for 2 points. The score now is 13-2. The kickoff taken by Stress, but he slips in the mud and gets barely 10 yards. Kevin Walsh again goes for the run. Gets about 15 yards, so he runs into our cameraman. Kevin Walsh back to pass again, throws it long, and it will be caught for a touchdown. Can't see it, but we know it's a touchdown. Extra point given to Stress, but he can't handle the ball and it's trampled by thousands of people. Hey, B.J. Clark takes the kick now. Goes for a fine return of about 35 yards. Score is 13-8, and they're going to try and get some more points to add to that 5-point advantage. Todd Tornay back to pass. First pass incomplete. Second pass, Todd Tornay looks. Throws again incomplete. Randy loose. Toto. Todd Tornay back to pass again on third down. Long. Throws again incomplete into the water. Guy Barrow on fourth down is going to kick it away. It's up to the defense now to protect the 5-point lead. Heron takes it back in the water. His legs take it farther than Fisher did. Goes about 20 yards. Fisher looking for the winning touchdown. Throws it in the end zone, but it's blocked. Walsh around in, but Levitt gets him. Few little yardage. Heron takes out. Lewis has got him by the shorts. He throws it away, and it's complete for 15 yards. Can they get the touchdown? Around in. Levitt gets him, and he's hitting the water.
Bradley's Bruisers win 13-8. Now the game-ending interview.
Very good filming by Ryan there. Bradley's Bruisers, #1 in the Buddy Bowl this year.
Who do you think we should look for in this game to win?
I look for the Miller to Cobbs combination.
Hi!
Now the second game of the day between Miller's team and Bennett's team. And now here's Miller's team getting ready before the kickoff. Posing for a picture. Kickoff taken by Greg Luna. Runs down the sideline for about 25 yards. See, Luna gets the hike, but he goes absolutely nowhere for a -3 yards. Bennett back to pass, looks for Al Hummel there on the sideline, good for about 5 yards. Luna takes the hike away from Bennett, goes for about 3 yards, brought down by Miller. Now Bennett looking back to pass. He's got to run it, but hit hard again. Gustafson with the tackle. Bradley to Rapp. That was it. Urban Cobb's team now has the ball. Throws it complete to Miller. Looks down the sideline. Dave Pereira with the tackle in the water. Regalon back to pass again. Looks for Cobbs. Incomplete. Miller gets the ball on a run, but goes absolutely nowhere. Brought down again by Pereira. Regalon back to pass, looks for Cobbs, and Cobbs drops it. Incomplete. Bennett's team has the ball. The ball goes to Paul Reed for absolutely no gain. Bennett again, a look for Al Hummel on the sideline. Complete again for about 5 yards in the water. Peter Reed with the tackle on that one. Bennett back to pass again. Throws it to Harvey for about 8 yards. In the water again. Brought down again by Miller. Bennett again takes the ball in the middle for about 1 yard. Brought down again by Miller. Bennett looking, nobody's open. We'll run it again for about 4 yards. Miller again hits it. Pushed out of bounds by Paul Alvarez. Bennett again looks long. He sees Dave Pereira open. And it's complete for about 40 yards. Good catch there by Dave Pereira, right near the goal line. Luna again takes the ball into the water, but it's barely 1 yard. As Bradley says, the ball goes to the other team after Bennett lost 3 yards on that run. Long pass now by Regalon. It's intercepted by Jave Harvey. He goes about 10 yards and he'll lateral it back. Lateral back to John Bennett. Goes for about 2 yards. Machinsky with the tackle there. Bennett looks and throws. Incomplete. Bennett throw again. It was incomplete. Bennett looking again. Throws about 20 yards. It's complete to Harvey. Brought down hard by Cobbs near the sideline. Wait a minute. There was a touchdown. The score now is 6-0. Bradley signals it. Extra point attempt. Bennett throws, incomplete. Now the kick. They almost kicked it into the window of a house there. Luckily that window is still not broken yet. After the fake to Miller, faked out practically the whole team. And Regalon throws it complete to Cobbs. Regalon throws again. Incomplete. Now the huddle. Okay, the ball goes now to Dan Marsh for a couple yards. Okay, Regalon back to pass again. Chased by Pereira. Throws it. It's complete to Cobbs for about 8 yards. Regalon getting the hike again. He throws, but the ball falls harmlessly incomplete. Regalon now, look for Miller. He's open. Good catch on the sideline. Brought down again by Pereira in the water. On the 3-yard line, Cobbs takes the ball up the middle. He goes for the touchdown over the line. The score now is 6-6. It's tied up. Extra point again. Miller is open on the down and out in the water. Kickoff now taken by Luna. He goes about 1 yard and then falls over. The shortest kickoff return in history. Dan Marsh with a tackle on the kickoff. Bennett looks long, throws incomplete. Bennett back to pass, but he is sacked. Nowhere to go. Mapes with the tackle there. Quarterback sacked. Bennett looks again, throws it. It's complete to Harvey on the sideline for 35 yards. Look at him go. Bradley says, first down. Todd Tornay trying to help out. Bennett looks again for Tony Moody. It's good for about 12 yards. Oh, come on, Ron. Oh, David Ryan's got to have been filming this. Bennett back to pass as we get back to football action. Fakes Miller out bad and goes around the sideline for about 10 yards. Bennett running up the middle for about 3 yards. Miller brings him down again. Pass to Cobbs for about 5 yards on the sideline. Tornay says complete. Regalat pass again to Miller around the sideline. Brought down hard. Now Regalat's looking again. He throws long. Cobbs is up, beat the defense for a touchdown for 30 yards. The score now 13-6 in favor of Miller's team. Extra point attempt. Regalat back to pass. Looking in the end zone for Marsh, but it's incomplete. Kickoff return taken by Bennett. He'll pass his blockers for about 26 yards. Look at this run. Bennett back to pass. Looking for that tying touchdown. It's intercepted by Cobb. Goes 1 yard on the interception. Now run to Paul Alvarez near the water again. Oh, met hard. Paul Reed with the tackle there. Regalat throws again, being rushed. Throws across the field, incomplete to Miller. Now Regalat won't see anybody open, so runs it. Good for close to 10 yards there. Meyer now at quarterback, looks for Miller in the water, and he's open. Brought down hard. Meyer back to pass again. Looks again for his favorite receiver, Ron Miller, and he's open. Good for 5 yards. After that pass, complete pass to Alvarez for 2 yards. DeMeyer back to pass again. Looks for Cobbs, but is incomplete. Now Bennett's team has the ball. Bennett runs it up the middle. Good for about 20 yards. What a run. Bennett runs it again up the middle. Another hole for 7 yards. The offensive line is working now. They're getting the drive to try and get that tying score. That's how far they have to go to tie this game up. Bennett throws. Incomplete. Back to the run again. Good for about 4 yards. This is it. This is the play. Bennett looks like he's going to make it over the goal line, but hit right there on the 1 yard line. It was 4th down. They have lost the game. Time now for just one more play. Machinsky will take the ball and run out the clock.
Miller's team wins 13-6. Now for the game-ending interview.
Second, just got to run out this reel.
Oh, you have another reel?
Yeah.
To my surprise, that the dark horse, literally, Irvin Cobbs was left in the 3rd round, who scored the go-ahead touchdown. However, my MVP this game is none other than Ron Weak Tit Miller. Ron, would you like to say a word here? Ron can't speak right now. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right.
Hey, Ron Miller, what's a man really want from an aftershave?
No fancy bottles, no fancy perfumes. A man wants to feel like a man. There's something about an Aqua A man will be cool and refreshed. There's something about Aqua A man wants to feel like a man. Because there's something about an Aqua man.
Well,
Now for the 3rd game of the Benny Ball between Fisher's team and Bennett's team, the 2 losers of the previous 2 games. The kickoff return taken by Hummel for 15 yards. Bennett back to pass. looks long for Albrecht, and he drops it. Oh, they had their shot there. Now, for the big fat unknown Fatso goes for about 1 yard. We don't know who that guy is. He won't do anything anymore the rest of the day. Bennett back to pass again. He's looking, look at the time, but he's sacked by E.B. E.B. with a quarterback sack. And now the punt. Bennett off the side of his foot for 10 yards. What a lousy kick. Fisher back to pass. Looks and sees Walsh open over the center. Tackled by Albrecht and Moody. Fisher gives it to Kevin Walsh for no gain. Kevin Walsh back to pass. He has the time. He looks, throws long, incomplete. Now on fourth down, Walsh looks again. No one's open, so he's going to run it. Goes for about 3 yards. John Bennett has the ball. He looks and throws, way overthrown. Bennett back to pass again, looks for Jay Harvey, complete for about 10 yards. Trapped, he looks back and laterals it to Moody for about another 5 yards. Tackled there by E.B. again. Bennett again, no gain. Bennett again back to pass. Looks incomplete again. Now Fisher is back to pass. E.B. from his guard position takes the long fly pattern, and Fisher sees him and throws it complete at the sideline for about 30 yards. Fisher back again, throws it again to Jim Walsh. Hit by Ferreira for about a 5-yard gain. Fisher looks again and throws, but it's incomplete. Fisher again back to throw pass, to throw another incomplete. Fisher again on fourth down throws another incomplete pass. Bennett back to pass. He looks long, but overthrows his receiver. Bennett again with good time, throws again. Incomplete to Hummel, who dropped it. Miller, the ref, places the ball in the right position. Bennett complete to Moody for about 15 yards. Bennett will get the ball now and run up the middle. Good for about 11 yards. Bennett again will look to the receiver who dropped the pass earlier. Mark Albrecht good for about 6 yards. Bennett again throws short to Tony Moody for another 2 yards. Tackle there by Jeff Stress. Bennett look again. He throws it complete to Harvey over the first down line there, but hit hard by Fisher and Stress. Bennett looks again for Jay Harvey and he'll complete it for about 4 yards. Bennett again back to pass. He looks, throws incomplete. Fisher hits him. Bennett throws again. Intercepted by Ted Griswold. There he goes. Oh, what a hit! Oh, punched by Jay Ferreira. Fisher again back to pass. Looks for Stress, but he dropped it. Fisher, another incomplete pass. Bowers back to pass. He looks for Fisher, and he's got it. Look at that speed. Look at him go across the field. Oh, and he's hit hard. He fumbles it, but recovered his own fumble. First down, says Miller. Bowers back to pass. He looks, throws, incomplete. Fisher again runs around the sideline and hits the water. Now it's Kevin Walsh to Jim Walsh for about 4 yards. Fisher again back to pass. He looks incomplete. First down now for Bennett's team. He throws, incomplete again. Bennett back to pass again. Complete. Complete again to Albrecht. Oh, hit by Stress for about 6 yards. Now Bennett will take the ball on the run for about 9 yards. Now Bennett looking, nobody's open, takes the ball up the center. After a few good moves, he runs right by Stress and his company for a touchdown. Stress will never catch him. Touchdown now. Extra point attempt. They give it to Moody, but he's met there. Good tackle there. No gain. Now the kickoff. Kevin Walsh takes it for about 8 yards on the sideline. Fisher back to pass again. Looks for Kevin Walsh near the water. There he goes. Oh, what a hit. He's still up. Brought down there. Bowers back to pass again. Throws a wobbly pass. This ball's incomplete. Fisher now quarterback again. Throws. Sees Griswold open. Making up for last year's drop in the muddy ball. Good for about 30 yards. Monius again has the ball. Laterals it back to Fisher. Incomplete, says Irvin Cobbs, the new ref to replace Ron Miller. Fisher back to pass. Look at the time he has. Throws it. Incomplete. Fisher back to pass again. There's Jerry Bowers. Is he looking for Bowers? Bowers goes to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. The score is tied up, 6-6. Extra point again. Fisher throws it. You see Stress open, but Stress can't handle it and gets the back. The score is 6-6 as Irvin Cobbs rules incomplete. Bennett takes the kick, follows his blockers for about 22 yards. Bennett gets the ball again from his quarterback position. He throws it, broken up by Fisher. Bennett again, back to pass. He's gonna run it. What speed? Goes for about 16 yards. Bennett again, back to pass. He looks. Intercepted by Fisher on the tip. Irvin Cobbs signals Fisher's possession. Little time left, the score is tied. Fisher trying to get that lead, touchdown, throws it. It's complete for a little gain. Fisher again looks. He's throwing long. Incomplete. Fisher again back to pass, and he's going to run with the ball. Around to the water and for about 20 yards. Bowers back to pass now. Throws a lousy pass, but it's complete to Tyler Gabriel. After a few moves, looks to the sideline, but oh, is he hit? Oh, is he hit? What a smash. And regulation time runs out. Now we have to go to our sudden death. Bennett's team gets 4 plays to move the ball as far as they can. The first play is no good. Second play, Bennett runs it. Goes for about 5 yards. The third play, Bennett looks again. He throws, incomplete. Bennett again, and he runs for about 5 yards. Now Stress's team has their chance to win. They have 4 plays to get to the middle of the field. But Stress's team doesn't need 4 plays. Stress takes it around the left side and goes over for the winning touchdown. Fisher's team wins the battle of the loop. Game of the day. DeMeyer kicks it off between Bradley's team and Miller's team as Bradley takes the kickoff. He fumbles it, but he recovered his own fumble. B.J. Clark back to pass for Bradley's team. He looks and throws it right to Ron Miller for the interception. Ron Miller goes about 18 yards with the pass. Now Brian Regalot back to pass. Looks for Miller, it's complete. Brought down by Guy Barrow. Regalot again throws it short to Irvin Cobbs for about 3 yards. Brought down by Todd Tornay. Regalot back to pass again. Sees Cobbs again, brought out of bounds again by Todd Tornay. Regalot on 4th down, throws it again, incomplete to Miller, as Miller falls in the water. BJ takes the hike now for Bradley's team. It goes about 6 yards. BJ now takes the ball. It looks like he stopped. but somehow he gets away from it. He's still running. A couple good blocks and he's loose. Look at him go down the field. Peter Reeve finally catches up with him and brings him down. Todd Tournay takes the ball right up the center. A couple good blocks, runs over Cobbs for the touchdown. 6-0, Bradley's team. After Guy Barrow's unsuccessful point, it is the kickoff, and Irvin Cobbs returns it for about 6 yards. DeMeyer back to pass. Throws incomplete. DeMeyer back to pass again, being rushed, throws long. Again, barely incomplete for Miller. Cobbs takes the ball but finds little yardage. Tackled there by Levitt and Guy Barrow for 3 yards. DeMeyer back to pass. He looks, throws it high in the air, incomplete. Irvin Cobbs takes the ball, has fine running room up the middle, goes for about 14 yards. Cobbs takes the ball again, runs by Lewis and Levitt for about 8 more yards before he is pushed out of bounds. Regalot, after dropping the hike, throws it again, complete to Miller for about 6 yards. Regalot again back to pass, sees Reeve open at the sideline, runs barely over the cone for the touchdown. David Ryan, the ref, signals it. Extra point attempt, after scrambling around, gets just by Randy and sees Miller open in the corner for the extra point. The score now is 7-6 in favor of Miller's team. Guy Barrow takes DeMeyer's kick and goes about 5 yards. After the center by Levitt, BJ looks and it's intercepted by Miller for about 2-yard gain. Regalot back to pass. Has plenty of time. Looks and sees Miller complete. Tackled by Bradley. Regalot again has plenty of time but throws incomplete. Regalot again back to pass. Gets by Levitt and Tournay. Incomplete. It is not a fumble. Regalot back to pass, sees Cobbs open, and runs by for a touchdown from 15 yards. Extra point attempt now. It's a hike to Marsh. Goes around, follows a few blocks, and in for the extra point. The score now is 21-7 as Guy Barrow returns another kick. Todd Tournay back to pass. Dropped by Bradley. Todd Tournay back again. Intercepted by Irvin Cobbs. Makes a few good moves and goes down the sideline for another touchdown. Regalot on the extra point looks for Reeve and he's open in the corner. The score now is 21-7. Ron Miller now with the kick. What a fine kick by Miller. To BJ Clark. And returns it a good 15 yards. BJ Clark being rushed. Rushed by Gustafson, 3-yard gain. BJ Clark again throws incomplete. Now we meet the big man, Randy Lewis. BJ Clark again rushed. Throws it to Randy. Look at him go. BJ Clark again throws it. It's intercepted by DeMeyer. There he goes. He hits the water and is rolled out of bounds. Miller back to pass, throws it way incomplete. Then Regalot throws it to Reeve. Regalot back to pass again. Sees Miller open for about 5 yards. Regalat back to pass again. Incomplete. Miller, David Ryan, the ref, signals it's the ball for Bradley's team. Todd Tornay back to pass. Incomplete. BJ decides to run it. Nowhere. After an interception by Miller, Regalat's team has the ball. They throw long for Irvin Cobbs. He's open in the end zone as time runs out.
All right, call it.
Okay, ready? Yeah.
Talk loud.
Do it, Joe.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
We'll take the ball.
And now, the 1979 Buddy Bowl Championship game, featuring DeMeyer's Destroyers and Bradley's Bruisers. The Destroyers had beaten the Bruisers handily, 27-6 earlier, but the Bruisers will hope to make that score different. B.J. Clark, back to pass, throws it to Randy, but it falls incomplete. Second down now, B.J. Clark throws complete to Jim Bradley in a short gain. B.J. Clark back to pass now. The ball is tipped and intercepted by Ron Miller. Brings it a short distance, brought down by Jim Bradley. Regalat now back to pass. Throws it complete to Irvin Cobbs. 13-yard gain. Tackle there by Todd Tornay. Ryan Regalat back to pass again. He's looking in the end zone for Miller, but it's incomplete. Regalat now throwing long. Irvin Cobbs beats Jim Bradley in the corner of the end zone for a 50-yard touchdown score. Regalat now throws incomplete on the extra point. Score 6-0. B.J. Clark taking the kickoff back. Tackle there by Irvin Cobbs. Randy Luce with the hike as B.J. Clark goes back to pass. After that long incompletion to Jim Bradley, B.J. Clark throws again, incomplete. B.J. Clark now throwing long again, but again falls incomplete. Fourth down now. Ball is tipped, ball is incomplete. But they get another play as Jim Bradley now gets the ball. Throws it complete to B.J. Clark. Gets past Miller and Cobbs. Pass to Meyer over the goal line there for the touchdown. The score is now tied. Todd Tornay now for the extra point. Looking for Levitt, but overthrows him. Andy DeMeyer takes the rolling hike now for DeMeyer's Destroyers. Looks to lateral to Irvin, but is tackled by Bradley before he can get rid of it. Regalat now back to pass. Gets through the pressure. Being chased by the Barrow brothers and Levitt, and he is tackled. Regalat now trying to break the tie. He's looking down the field. Complete to Irvin Cobbs. Good gain there. Regalat now throws it to Gustafson. He's brought down hard by Guy Barrow. Regalat now getting the hike. They've got a drive going. Throws it complete to Ron Miller. Tackled there by Paul Barrow. Regalat now throwing again to Irvin Cobbs. Bradley's Bruisers defense can't stop, and they're on a good drive now. Regalat throwing long. Complete to Cobbs there. Fourth down now after that incompletion. Regalat looks in the corner of the end zone. Complete to Cobbs for the touchdown. The score is now 12-6 as they go for the extra point. Incomplete, but there's a penalty on the play. After that fake to Marsh, Regalat takes it past Levitt over to the goal line for the extra point. It's now 13-6. Todd Tornay takes the kick and he's tackled by Irvin Cobbs. B.J. Clark now throwing the ball. Complete to Todd Tornay for a short gain. B.J. Clark now throwing it. Throws it complete to Randy Luce, but he can't get anywhere. Tackled by Ron Miller. Good block on Marsh on that play. B.J. Clark is throwing it complete again to Randy Luce, but Miller hits him again. Tackle there. Dan Powell picks it up. It was 1 yard. Tackled by DeMeyer and Cobbs. Paczynski chasing after Brian Clark. Gets past Marsh, but he fumbles it. Marsh picks up the fumble, but then is trampled by Randy Luce. 1 yard gain on the fumble recovery there. Ryan Regalat now throwing it short to Ron Miller. Following a couple good blocks, Miller goes down the sideline. He's brought down by B.J. Clark. The quarterback draw now by Brian Regalat. Goes around the right side of the defense for good yardage. Tackled by Jim Bradley. Incomplete by Brian Regalat. Brian Regalat now back to pass again. Being rushed but dumps it off to Steve Gustafson. Good play for about 15 yards. After that pass to Gustafson, Regalat back to pass again. He's being pressured, and he fumbles it. Ball's recovered by Lovett. It's first down now for Bradley's Bruisers. B.J. Clark back to pass. The ball is intercepted. Irvin Cobb's interception goes down the sideline. Brought down by Jim Bradley there. Regalat now has time to throw it. He's being pressured though. Incomplete. Regalat back to pass again. He has time this time. He sees Miller beating Todd Tournay in the end zone. It's a touchdown. The score is now 19-6 as Miller does his dance in the end zone. Cobbs gets the ball, laterals to Regalat, and it's complete. Extra point is good. 20-6 now. In favor of DeMeyer's Destroyers. B.J. Clark takes the kickoff. Tackle there by Machinsky. B.J. Clark back again. He's throwing long. Levitt has it, but he drops it. Oh, he's mad at himself for that one. B.J. Clark looking for a receiver, throws a short pass. Levitt again catches it, goes for a few yards. Tackled there by DeMeyer and Miller. B.J. Clark back again. Doesn't have as much time to throw the ball. The ball falls incomplete. B.J. Clark throwing long again, but again, incomplete. Good coverage there by Irvin Cobbs on Jim Bradley. Regalat now throwing long on first down. Irvin Cobbs is open again. Beats the defender, and it's another touchdown. The score is 26-6. Extra point attempt is good. Now 27-6 as Dan Powell can't believe the score. B.J. Clark never stops trying though. Goes down the sideline. Tackle there by Marsh and Bud Mapes on the kickoff return. B.J. Clark still throwing the ball, completes it to Randy Luce. Irvin doesn't want to tackle him. Miller can't tackle him, and he goes for a good gain. B.J. Clark fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. We pick up the action late in the game now, 27-6. Complete to Irvin Cobbs, but he fumbles it. Ball is recovered by Paul Barrow and goes a couple yards. Can they make a great comeback? Probably not, but they're going to try. Complete to Todd Tournay by B.J. Clark. Good gain there. Randy Luce with the hike. Short pass again complete. They've got a drive going. Make this score respectable in the 1979 Buddy Bowl Championship game. Complete to Todd Tournay for a touchdown. The score is now 27-12 as B.J. Clark looks in the end zone, the extra point. Ball falls incomplete. First kickoff goes in the water. They take it to the 20. Brian Regalat now back to pass. 244 yards passing on this day. He'll set a Buddy Ball record. DeMeyer has the long bomb, but he drops it. DeMeyer like to forget that play. Regalat back to pass again. Being pressured by Jim Bradley. Throws it complete for a few yards there. Trying to run out the clock. They're comfortably ahead. Left-handed. Throws a dump-off pass to Bud Mapes for good yardage. Guy Barrow with the tackle there. Regalat back to pass again. It's being pressured by Lovett. Lovett has him and Bradley has him, and it's a sack for Lovett and Bradley. Time is running out now. Throws a complete to Irvin Cobbs. His 9th catch of the day for 152 yards, setting more Buddy Bowl records. Time has run out in the 1979 championship. DeMeyer's Destroyers completely manhandled Bradley's Bruisers 27-12. And one of the most exciting offensive struggles in Buddy Bowl history. Jim Bradley there, Dan Powell. You see Ron Miller and B.J. Clark, Todd Tournay, Steve Machinsky, Dan Powell. Paul Barrow there. Everybody's shaking hands. It's been a good day at Kellogg's Beach here in 1979 as Ron Miller and Irvin Cobbs celebrate on the sideline. Andy DeMeyer, Brian Regalat, and Irvin Cobbs also. Jeff Eby there. Wishing you goodbye from Kellogg's Beach for the 1979 Buddy Bowl Championship game.